Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta. This year alone, they're spending over $700 billion on AI. Everyone assumes most of that goes to Nvidia. Most of it doesn't go to Nvidia. Trace where the money actually lands, and you find industries most investors have never considered. Here's the thing nobody talks about. When you trace where that money actually lands, most of it flows into industries that have nothing to do with chips, construction, power, real estate, the physical world that AI runs on. 3 places most investors have never considered: construction and engineering, the physical buildings and infrastructure; power, the electricity, transformers, and grid connections that keep everything running; and real estate, the land and facilities that house it all. Amazon alone committed to $200 billion in capital expenditures this year. Most of it is data center construction. To put that in perspective, that's more than the GDP of most countries, spent in a single year on buildings. And it's not just Amazon. Microsoft is spending $190 billion, Google $180 billion, Meta $130 billion. Combined, that's $700 billion in a single year, most of it going into physical infrastructure. The companies building these facilities aren't tech companies, they're engineering firms, and their order books have never looked like this. The second layer is power infrastructure. Before any data center can operate, it needs transformers, switchgear, and grid connections. And right now, U.S. transformer lead times have stretched past 2 years. U.S. utilities are racing to add capacity they've never needed before. But transformer lead times have stretched past 2 years, and up to 4 years for the largest units. The grid was built for a different era. The third layer is real estate. Every AI data center needs a building. And the companies that own those buildings, data center REITs, are sitting on some of the most strategically valuable real estate on Earth. JLL projects nearly 100 gigawatts of new data center capacity coming online between 2026 and 2030, doubling global capacity. The landlords of that capacity are already collecting rent from Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. So where does the money go when big tech spends $700 billion? 3 categories that most AI investors don't own: construction and engineering, the firms actually building the facilities; power infrastructure, utilities and grid equipment manufacturers with years-long backlogs; and data center REITs, the landlords collecting rent from every hyperscaler. What should you watch? Hyperscaler capex guidance every earnings season. It tells you how big the next construction wave will be. Engineering firm order backlogs. When Quanta or AECOM reports record bookings, that's AI capex flowing into construction. And data center vacancy rates. When vacancy is near zero, landlords have pricing power. The question isn't who builds AI, it's who gets paid every time AI grows. $700 billion. Most investors are still trying to figure out which chip company wins, but the construction crews, the utility engineers, and the data center landlords already know the answer. The money has already moved. Most investors haven't. Next, the AI component. Nobody can build fast enough, and there's a 2-year wait to get one.